There are 8 independent New York pizzerias within a 12.3-mile stretch on my drive to work in Orlando, Florida. That averages out to a staggering 1 New York pizza shop every 1.5 miles. And keep in mind, this is Orlando, Florida. In this episode, I try all of them and rate them for you. We're going to be looking at the overall taste of the pizza, of course, but we're also going to be reviewing the location and the overall vibe of the pizza shop. While specific numbers for New Yorkers moving to Orlando in 2024 are not readily available, a quick search shows that over 71,000 people moved from New York to Florida in 2024. There's clearly an appetite for New York pizza in Florida, but with so much competition for the New York slice, is there a standout local pizza spot? Let's find out. On the Seby's Pizza website, the owner introduces himself as a proud Italian-American who is formerly trained pizza chef. And wouldn't you have guessed it, he moved to Orlando, Florida from Long Island, New York. $19 is the average price across all 14 of Seby's 12-inch pizzas. I got the Ruby Rosa, which pays homage to Ruby Rosa NYC, an Italian restaurant in New York City, and their famous tie-dye pie. The Ruby Rosa immediately looks beautiful, with its spiral ring of pesto laid over top the classic New York slice. Seby's Ruby Rosa is created with homemade marinara and vodka sauces, shredded mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, pesto drizzle, and a cool spiral shape on top. But the pizza lacked a bit of overall flavor for me, even though it looks beautiful. The crust is very crispy with a dark brown bottom. I think just too crispy for my own liking. It was almost cracker-like. It was so crispy. The blend of sauces and cheeses gave me the impression that it would be a bit more flavorful than it came out to be on the day. Maybe it was just that's the way it was made on the day, or maybe it's just that the Ruby Rosa really wasn't the pie for me. So how about Seby's location? Seby's Pizza is located right off 436, but it's slightly tucked away in a shopping plaza. And honestly, I had driven by the place so many times before, and I had never seen it until I was actually stopped in traffic and just happened to notice it. I thought Seby's had a really cool charm to it. You can clearly tell the owner is proud to be from New York, and it was a cool spot to hang and eat. I actually really like the overall vibe of the place, so I would certainly give Seby's another shot. Maybe the Ruby Rosa just wasn't the pie for me on the day. I would definitely try another one from them. Seby's ratings. For the pizza, I give Seby's a 3 out of 5. For a beautiful presentation, but it lacked overall flavor for me, and the crust was just way too crispy. Location, 2.5 out of 5, because it is not the easiest place to spot. And the overall vibe, 4 out of 5. Clearly New York theme, which was very fun. Nick's Pizzeria. For what looks like a small pizza spot, Nick's Pizzeria has a bigger menu than I expected. Nick's features pizza sold as whole pie or in slices. Nick's 10 specialty pizzas average $19. Nick's slices are mostly $4. Nick's Pizzeria is a standout New York spot for me because Nick creates a beautiful Sicilian along with his traditional New York slices. The Sicilian is huge and has a beautifully crispy yet pillowy crust, and it is packed with flavor. The day I went, the grandma slice was sold out, but I will be back to try it. Nick's standard New York slice is anything but standard. With its really well done, crispy, yet not cracker-like crust, and flavorful sauce and cheese melted on top, oh my goodness, lots of flavor here. Nick's Pizzeria is a blink and you'll miss it location, which kind of makes it a hidden gem in the Altamont Springs area in my opinion. It's too easy to drive right by this place. Even though it's attached to a gas station, it doesn't seem like it's a super frequented gas station. There is also a local Sunrail train stop right on the other side of the tracks, and I imagine that brings actually some really good foot traffic to Nick's. The owner, Nick, brings all the vibe here. He was so cool and welcoming, clearly proud of the pizza he makes, and is very excited to serve it to you. The pizza, 4.5 out of 5. For me, it looks fantastic. It is beautifully crispy, pillowy crust in the Sicilian, packed with flavor. The location, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. It's hard to spot. How about the vibe at Nick's? 3 out of 5. The owner, Nick, brings all the vibe here. He was really nice and super welcoming. The surrounding vibe is less than desirable, but Nick's Pizzeria in Altamont Springs, wow, that's a place to go. Anthony's Pizza and Italian Kitchen. Anthony's Pizza and Italian Kitchen was a New York spot in the Orlando area, but this place caught me off guard, and for one very important reason. The big problem with it? It was closed. And what's more confusing is that their website shows that they're still open. Okay, so sit rep, did not see that coming. It definitely looks like it's open. The website shows that it's still up and running. It is not open. So I really wonder if that Anthony's Pizza there was really a victim of location. Location. It so matters. And you know, that's one of those places that was really hard to get to. You can't see it from the road. You can barely see it even when you're driving by. Kind of wonder if that was part of the problem. But anyway, I'm heading down to another place just about a mile down the road here where I can pick up a slice at Jerry's Pizza and Subs. Jerry's Pizza and Subs. Jerry's Pizza and Subs has been in business for 14 years, selling whole pies and sliced specials daily. Hello. Jerry's was the least expensive pizza spot on this tour, with the average price of a whole pie coming in at $10.44. Or get a 2-slice special with a drink for about $7. Don't let the low price fool you into thinking that Jerry's is skimping on the final product somewhere, because this pizza was fantastic. I got a slice of the white pizza made with olive oil, mozzarella, ricotta, parmesan, and oregano, beautifully baked on top of what was, I thought, the best New York crust that I had on this tour. Perfectly foldable slice, just a light crisp to it, and a nice brown color. I also got a slice of the original cheese, which was a standout to remember among all the New York slices I tried. Jerry's Pizza and Subs location is kinda tucked away in a small shopping plaza, but you could still see the sign from the road. It seemed like a busy shopping plaza, so I can imagine the walk-ins for Jerry's is absolutely a positive factor for their business. The vibe at Jerry's Pizza and Subs is very homey. Everything looks just a little bit old. And I say that in the most loving way. Like this place is just being used. People frequent it. Jerry's Pizza and Subs ratings. Pizza, 4.5 out of 5. A giant slice that delivered amazing flavor. Location, 3.5 out of 5. Easy enough to find in a small shopping plaza, but not the easiest to see his sign from the road. And the vibe, 4 out of 5. A down-home feel that I am absolutely down with. NY Pizza Baby. NY Pizza Baby is another New York-style pizza spot that sells a variety of whole pie specials and slices. The average cost of one of their specialty pies is currently $11.78, which is on the low side of all the spots that I've toured in this video. In my experience, the low cost is where the good times came to an abrupt halt. The pizza was bland and forgettable. The crust was the forgettable part, and the mozzarella cheese and meats on top were the bland part. I'm pretty sure most of their ingredients are frozen and reheated. It just kind of had that bland, rubbery taste to it. NY Pizza Baby is easy to get to, located in a very small plaza right off of 436. The vibe at NY Pizza Baby was more similar to waiting at the dentist to get your teeth drilled, rather than a fun and welcoming pizza spot. NY Pizza Baby ratings. The pizza, 1 out of 5. Bland and forgettable. Location, 3 out of 5. Easy enough to find, but after eating here, my question is, would you want to? Vibe, 1 out of 5. No personality in this place. NY Best Pizza. NY Best Pizza sells whole pies for an average cost of $19.28. I chose the Brooklyn Pizza, a pie with a Parmesan and mozzarella cheese, fresh garlic, extra virgin olive oil, and basil. I liked it. This one seemed to be different from a lot of the other New York slices that I've tried on this tour, in that the crust was more pillowy, like a thicker slice than what I picture a classic New York slice to be. It was also way heavier on the cheese, which was blended together really nicely, and it did have a lot of flavor. Good ratios of everything on this slice for me. NY Best Pizza is in a weird spot off of 436, and on the face of it, it seems like a bad spot. But driving in, I could see that there were a lot of offices and apartment complexes right near it, so I would imagine NY Best Pizza would be well known to the people that are right in this area, but unless you are looking up pizzerias, it's unlikely that you're gonna find it just by driving by. The vibe at NY Best Pizza was fine. It seems like a perfectly nice place to hang and eat with its small but cozy interior. I liked the outdoor seating. It seemed to give this place some cool points for me. NY Best Pizza ratings. The pizza, I'm gonna give a 3 out of 5. A different take on the New York slice with cheese that had a lot of flavor. Location, 2 out of 5. Not far off of the main road, 436, but I'd never find it unless I was looking for pizza spots. The vibe, 2.5 out of 5. Nothing special, but it wasn't bad. Original Anthony's New York Pizza. Original Anthony's New York Pizza, not to be confused with any of the other 3 Anthony's pizzas in the surrounding area, sells both whole pies and slices. The average slice costs $6.09, with their cheese slice naturally being the least expensive.
All right, so I'm eating this one in my car like kind of a savage here.
Original Anthony's has huge New York slices. The biggest slice that I've come across in this video, and it was really good.
This piece is so huge. It's like, my gosh, it's so huge.
You would be forgiven for thinking, oh, they were just making up for the slice being as big as possible, but maybe it lacks in flavor. No, it was very good.
It's good. It's good.
Nicely browned, crispy, but not too crispy crust. Full fat mozz made for a standard greasy NY slice. The extravaganza slice was comically hard to eat and not a great idea in the car, but it had a lot of flavor from seemingly really good quality ingredients.
Honestly, with this extravaganza slice, I feel like I need to sit and eat it with a fork and a knife.
Original Anthony's New York Pizza location is easy to find, but it's tucked away in a gigantic grocery store shopping plaza. Original Anthony's New York Pizza had a really lacking vibe. Walking up to it, the umbrellas and the chairs outside felt pretty inviting, but inside it felt really bland, and it just didn't have any personality for me. Original Anthony's ratings. For the pizza, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. A giant slice that delivered the flavor. Location, 3 out of 5 as well. Easy enough to find after you navigate a huge shopping plaza parking lot. Vibe, I'm giving this one a 1 out of 5. There just was no personality in here. Diginos Pizza. Diginos Pizza is a New York-style spot in Orlando that offers whole pies as well as daily slice specials. The average cost at Diginos Pizza is $15.26 for a whole pie and $5 for 2 slices. I tried a classic cheese and another with pepperoni, and I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised. They were decent. Maybe I was just surprised by that because the bar was set so low by the vibe of the place as soon as I walked in, but I enjoyed the slices. The presentation is actually very nice. The cheese was slightly bland considering how good it looked, but I very much enjoyed the crust. Thin and just the right amount of crispy for me. Diginos Pizza is very easy to get to in a relatively small plaza right off of 436. The vibe at Diginos Pizza is awful, like really non-existent. I was almost regretting going there as soon as I walked in. Diginos Pizza ratings. Pizza, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Great looking pizza with surprisingly good taste, but I'd like a little bit more flavor out of the cheese. Location, 2.5 out of 5. Easy spot to get to in a plaza right off 436. Nothing outstanding here. And the vibe, 0 out of 5. Absolutely non-existent vibe. This place needs a lot of help. These 8 New York pizza spots in my 12 miles to work has been a very enjoyable experience. Who knew one style of pizza could taste so different across 8 different places? Location and vibe of the spot matter to me as well, but how about you? To wrap this up, here are a few outstanding stats. Jerry's Pizza and Subs had the lowest average cost for a whole pie, while New York Pizza Baby had the lowest average cost for slices. What are my top 3 of all these spots, you ask? In third, Original Anthony's New York Pizza. Delicious slice, but the vibe needs a lot of help. In second, Nick's Pizzeria. Amazing Sicilian slice, an above average classic slice, but the surrounding area could be better. And in first place, Jerry's Pizza and Subs. An absolutely delicious slice with a good location and a great homey vibe. Honestly, it was a tough choice between Nick's Pizzeria and Jerry's for first. They were both great. I'll for sure be visiting these top 3 again soon. Which was your favorite? Let me know.